Now, I know why y'all are asking, oh, Fashel, why isn't this a normal video? Well, that's kind of, So, a disclaimer is, don't mind if there's an editing at all in this video. The video might be too long to edit, so I'm sorry for all the people who are very impatient and have ADHD. So that's a disclaimer. Anyways, sorry. Okay. So, it was it was around January 29th of 2023. My birthday is, it's almost, my birthday is like near that date. Anyways, my best friend, he said he owns an Oculus, and I'm like, man, I'll get an Oculus one day. So then, I keep asking one of my parents, can I please have an Oculus? Can I please have an Oculus? I begged them and I begged them until finally, February 23rd, 2023, we go to GameStop. I get my first ever Oculus. Now, the Oculus, I didn't know how to work very well, so I was on my parents' account back then. So, and I didn't know how to make videos at all. I just recorded them for no reason. Yep. Anyways, but I had pretty fun with the game. The first game that I started to play was Beat Saber. I was a really big fan of Beat Saber, and it was my favorite game of all time. But then you're asking, oh, Fashel VR, why don't you make VR videos of Beat Saber? Well, the thing is when my parent made my own account. Well, it's not yet, but I keep my friend, and then I became a Rec Room fan. And then when I finally told my friends that I got an Oculus, they say I should play this game called Gorilla Tag. And I'm like, man, that doesn't sound like a fun game at all. Until I saw a video about it, and that was the only video I watched about it. It was like a lava monkey, and then just like kept rolling around. I was like, maybe it's pretty fun. So on around March, I think 9th, 2023, I download Gorilla Tag for the first time. I'm in Stump, I see the arrows. I'm like, maybe I just have to climb the wall. But that's not the case. And I had so much trouble bouncing up to get through that. I swear, it took me forever. So then I'm like, screw it, I'm deleting the game. But then my friend adds me, and he had his cousin with him. So his cousin gets on after we play a couple games of Beat Saber, which I destroyed him. I was pretty good at Beat Saber back then because I loved the game. I practiced a lot, but that's not the point. Anyways, after that, my best friend's cousin tells me to re-download Gorilla Tag. So I re-download it. And then I finally got the mechanic where I had to bounce up, and I got to that. And then I went up the slope, and I saw Gorilla Tag, Force Map for the first time. Now mind you, I was in this update that's right behind me. Well, not the update that's right behind me. Anyways, I was in the winter of 2022 update. Because I was playing in February. Or March, I meant. So then, I learned about all the things. He tells me, he teaches me how to play. And I'm like, man, I'm not even good at this game. And that's when I discovered my first ever Gorilla Tag YouTuber, J-Man Curly. Now look, I know you might call me cringe for this, but he really inspired me. The way I just saw him play just inspired me to, get better at the game. And I got better as I grew. So, and then, and that's it. So that's why I got good at the game. But here's another question you guys might be asking. How did I come up with the name Fashel VR? So it all started on March 20th, 2023, after they're done teaching me. And then they told me about the ghosts and stuff. Now, I was a really picky player, and I believed in them back then. I was afraid to be alone. If you look at my first video, you should say, I'm afraid to be alone, because I thought ghosts was from. So yeah, you can check that out, my first video. So yeah, and after that, I'm like, when I see a video about Banshee and stuff, like whispering, I see you, and, I don't Yeah, until I whisper, like, I see you. So then, I try to become a new ghost. I try to create a new ghost because I thought demonstratious is video creating a new Gorilla Tag ghost. Come mind, right? And then I'm like, maybe I could create a new Gorilla Tag ghost. Maybe possibly could believe me. So then I create the ghost. I came up with a random name. It was named Fashel98. And I was a pretty light green color. And I did this surface. By the way, if you get disturbed by hearing this, just skip this part. So I kept saying, I see you. I thought I was gonna scare people off, but I did not, as you see. So then I come up with my color code thing, and I'm asking my parent, you know how I would get more subs? By the way, you can unsubscribe from this. For this, I'm like, how could I get more subs? Oh yeah, I can make VR videos. I said that to myself. So, I create my own account because I didn't know how to upload VR videos back then. But then when I finally learned how to create them without looking at a video every time, I uploaded video after video without noticing at all. Oh, and by the way, I worked so hard on coming up with my name. It was Fashel, and I looked up. So I'm like, what should it be? I'm like, I came up with the name Fashel98. What about Fashel VR? So then I put my username as Fashel VR, and I put my profile as usual. I mean, not usual, but I find my profile, and then I put it as my profile. And then on May 6th of 2023, I began my first ever VR video, which was looking at random cosmetics. And yeah, the thing just kept going. And June 5th, 2023, I start my very first ever live stream. Now, mind you this, my uncle had a very crappy laptop, which is what I streamed on. So if you look in there and the thing's like really laggy, it's because I had a MacBook Pro, and it had a bunch of files on it, which is the reason why it was so laggy. But yeah, and then, that's how I became the person I am now. And I want to thank all of you guys for being with me since the very beginning. And thank you all for 82 subscribers. I genuinely can't believe it. Thank you for witnessing the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one.